I come to you not as a missionary to labor, but as a son of labor. I come from the house of labor. And I come to you with a great deal of pride, because I have kept the faith, and I have fearlessly represented your interest in the United States Congress. I've done it in a way that has been bold, courageous, ready to challenge any interest group. It's the same kind of courage that's represented by people on this stage, who represent workers every day, who represent workers at the bargaining table, who have to take on great challenges, who sometimes have to put their careers on the line in order to stand up for what's right. We've learned that from each other. And together we've grown as a movement of working men and women who are determined to have a representative they can call their own, to have representation in the United States Congress, which is of them. Today we are faced with a different kind of election, and I want to address it specifically. People in the district are being told that somehow I'm not in the district. I want to remind people that my job is in Washington, D.C., where I represent the interests of the people of the 10th Congressional District. It is a job that some would like so that they could represent interests of Washington groups in the 10th District, and that is not going to happen. As you know, I've sometimes been a lone voice in the United States Congress, challenging a war based on lies, a war that was based on lies, challenging a war that has taken the lives of 4,000 of our brave young men and women, that has cost the lives of over 1 million innocent Iraqis, that has cost this nation between $1 and $2 trillion, much of which we're borrowing from China. I'm being criticized for bringing these issues forward and for spending my time, primarily on weekends, carrying this issue to a national audience. And it's been said, what does this have to do with the 10th District? Let me tell you. The cost of the war to the 10th Congressional District through 2007 has been $903 million. Just for the 10th District, that's the cost of the war. There's an additional expenditure proposed for 2008 that will cost another $307 million to the 10th Congressional District. When you add that up, the total spending through 2008 alone, $1.2 billion. Just costing this district. The proposed U.S. spending for 2008 for this war, $155 billion. Now, people say, well, why, Dennis? What does this have to do with the 10th District, you being out there? I'll tell you what it has to do. Let me tell you how this money could be spent otherwise. I told you that taxpayers in the 10th District will spend $307.8 million with the money that's being spent. I told you that we've spent already $903 million. Here's what we could have done if the money would have been spent in the 10th District instead of being spent for war. the same amount of money, the following could have been provided. 302,680 people could have been provided with health care. 1 million homes with renewable energy, or 21,661 police officers, or 13,823 music and arts teachers, or 111,730 scholarships for university students, or 83 new elementary schools, or 8,422 affordable housing units, or 513,536 children with health care, or 139,439 Head Start places for children, or 15,344 elementary school teachers, or 18,624 port container inspectors. You tell me that this war doesn't have anything to do with the 10th District, and I'll tell you that you don't know what you're talking about. We must end this war, and I will do whatever I can to speak out for the American people to end this war. Now, I would be quite satisfied to have anyone else step forward and hold the banner that I've been holding for the last 6 years. And when they do that, I will have achieved my objective. But until that time, I am going to continue to be a voice to end the war, and also a voice to change this corrupt system of health insurance that is undermining the economic rights of the people. No one else in a major position in Washington, D.C., no one else has taken this to the national stage the way that I have. All the others say they want the insurance companies to be subsidized by the government. They want you to buy mandatory insurance, private insurance. It is time for America to join every other industrialized nation of the world and have a single-payer, not-for-profit health care system where health care is a guaranteed right in a democratic society, not a privilege based on ability to pay. It is time. And I have been the voice of the 10th District, and I have been the voice of the American people on health care. Working with Congressman John Conyers, we have organized 83 members of Congress, and I've spoken of this all over the country because it matters to the people in the 10th District that we do something about all those people who are uninsured, whose lives are being cut short because they can't get the care they need because they can't afford it, to help those whose lives are being upended because they are underinsured and the co-pays and deductibles leave them in a condition where they're financially vulnerable. Half the bankruptcies in America are connected directly to people not being able to pay their medical bills. That's right. Doctors are not able to practice medicine. People lose their jobs, they lose their health insurance. They have pre-existing conditions, they can't get insured again. It is time to break the hold which these insurance companies have in our political process. We need to do it here in the 10th District. We need to do it nationally.